All right, so, if you're here for today's deep dive with us, you're probably someone who likes to, explore unique and enriching experiences, especially in the world of wellness.
Yeah, definitely. I think we all need a little escape sometimes, and there's so many wellness options out there. But today we're looking at something pretty different.
Yeah.
The Lazy U Spa at Sea Lazy U Ranch.
You got it. That's right. It's in Granby, Colorado, which most people probably haven't heard of, and it's not your typical spa.
Not even close.
Yeah.
We actually found this fascinating article in Spavelous magazine, which, if you don't know, it's all about, you know, health, wellness spas, that kind of thing.
Right, so we figured they'd have a pretty good take on what makes this spa so unique.
Yeah, and they call it Colorado's most unforgettable wild wellness escape.
Okay, so wild wellness escape. We need to
Yeah.
unpack that.
Eh,
What does that even mean? That's what we're going to dive into today.
it sounds amazing, though, right?
It does. It really does. So let's start with just the setting itself, because it's not your typical, tranquil spa with soft music and, cucumber water.
Totally different. I mean, think about it. The spa is made up of these tented suites,
Tinted sweet.
but not like, roughing it tents.
Okay.
These are luxury tents perched right above Willow Creek, like right on the edge. So you've got the sounds of nature all around you,
Yeah.
the whispering pines, the sound of horses nearby. It's a total immersion in nature.
I'm already feeling more relaxed just thinking about it.
Right. It's like the antidote to that, sterile spa vibe you sometimes get.
Exactly. And what's really cool is the spa isn't some new trendy thing. The
Ah,
Sea Lazy U Ranch itself has been around since 1919. It's a luxury dude ranch.
a real deal dude ranch. Yeah,
Yes.
with rolling meadows, log cabins, 200 horses. They've got the whole thing.
So the spa is really integrated into this whole, historic Western setting.
Exactly. And the article goes into detail about these tented treatment rooms, which just sound amazing. Hardwood floors, vintage Western accents, and get this, French doors that open right onto the creek.
So you could be getting a massage and like see a trout swimming by.
Exactly. It's that blend of pampering and being completely immersed in the outdoors.
I love that. Okay, so we're getting a sense of the setting.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the treatments themselves, because the article uses this perfect phrase, wild elegance.
Oh, yeah. I love that. They really capture the essence of the spa. It's holistic wellness,
Mhm.
but with this very distinct Western character.
Yeah.
You know, using ingredients from the Rocky Mountains. It's not your average spa menu.
Definitely not. And they have this one treatment called the cowboy soak, which is like their signature thing.
Oh, yeah, the cowboy soak?
And reading the description, I was like, sign me up.
I know, right?
So picture this. You're in a handcrafted copper tub,
Okay, I like where this is going.
and you're outside under the stars with a glass of champagne in hand.
Of course.
The tub is right by the river, and the water is heated by a crackling fire. And, oh yeah, there might be some horses grazing nearby, just, casually.
That's amazing. I mean, that's not just a bath. That's an experience.
Right. It's like rustic romance meets ultimate relaxation.
And the article says, honestly, I've never experienced anything like it anywhere in the world.
Wow, so it lives up to the hype.
It seems like it. And, that cowboy soak is just one example. They have other treatments that are really connected to that ranch lifestyle, like the Rocky Mountain High CBD massage.
Oh, yeah, for when you've been, horseback riding all day.
Exactly. It helps ease muscle tension.
Hmm.
And they use locally sourced CBD oils and balms. It's supposed to be incredibly grounding and restorative.
Makes sense. And there's the Ranch Remedy Scrub and Wrap, which uses mineral-rich salts and mountain botanicals. So it's all about exfoliating and nourishing the skin.
It's about that connection to the natural elements of the region, right?
Yeah.
And they say it leaves your skin baby soft and your spirit renewed.
Mm.
So there's that mind-body connection again.
Yeah, and if you're really sore from all the ranch activities, or even if you just want to pretend you're out on the trails, they have the Trail Riders Muscle Recovery Massage.
Clever name.
Right, and it targets those areas that would be sore from riding your shoulders, back, and legs.
So they really have thought of everything.
They have, and the article mentions all these little extra touches that make the spa so special. Like the treatment rooms are open air, but they have flowing curtains for privacy. And they have these cedar decks, and you're surrounded by the sounds of nature bird song, the water flowing through the creek, the aspen trees rustling in the wind.
And the therapists are supposed to be super intuitive and really personalize the treatments. So it's a very holistic experience.
It is. It's not just about going to the spa for a day. It's about being fully immersed in this whole ranch lifestyle.
They actually call it a whole body, whole heart experience.
I like that. So imagine this. You wake up, you go for a horseback ride through the meadows, then you have a big ranch brunch,
Yeah.
hearty food.
Yeah. Then you head to the spa for a soak and a massage, maybe spend the afternoon fly fishing or wine tasting.
Sounds pretty perfect.
Right. And then you have dinner in the lodge by a fire and maybe finish the day with that cowboy soak under the stars.
Oh my gosh, it's like a dream.
It's a total escape. And the article says something really interesting, that the spa gives you permission to live slow, wild, and well.
I love that phrase
Yeah.
because it's so true. It's like in our everyday lives, we're always rushing around and we forget to slow down and just be present.
Yeah, and this spa encourages you to do that, to wander around barefoot, to let your hair get messy, to laugh freely in the copper tubs, to maybe even have a good cry during a massage. It's all about letting go and just being yourself.
Yes, embracing the wildness.
Exactly. And that brings us to the author's personal anecdote about her cowboy soak experience.
Oh, yeah, this is where it gets really good.
Right. So it's late afternoon. That golden hour light is just, bathing everything in this warm glow. And she's just finished a trail ride with this wrangler named Jesse, who apparently looked like a real-life cowboy.
Of course he did.
Right. And she's settling into the steaming copper tub with her champagne, and she's surrounded by the sounds of the crackling fire and the sense of juniper and lavender.
So relaxing.
I know. And then all of a sudden, a dozen horses just wander up to the creek.
Oh my gosh, no way.
Yeah, it's like something out of a movie. And the author says she actually started crying, tears of joy. It was just this overwhelming sense of connection to nature and to these beautiful animals.
Wow, I get chills just hearing about it.
It's a powerful story, and it really highlights what the spa is all about. It's not just about luxury and pampering, it's about something deeper.
Yeah, it's about that connection to something bigger than yourself.
Exactly. And the author says, this is not just a spa. This is a sacred return to something ancient, simple, and profoundly beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, so for those listening who are like, how do I book a trip to this magical place? The article does have some practical details.
It does. It says the ranch is in Granby, Colorado, which is about 2 hours from Denver.
Okay, not too bad.
And they emphasize that the spa is only for overnight guests. So you have to book a stay at the ranch to experience it.
Which makes sense if they're going for that whole immersive experience.
Right. And they recommend visiting in the late spring through early fall because that's the best time for enjoying the outdoor tubs and the horseback riding and just the weather in general.
Makes sense. And they go back to why this spa is so special. And they say it's that unique combination of being completely integrated with nature and incorporating that cowboy culture.
Yeah, it's that blend of rugged charm and high-end luxury that you don't really find anywhere else.
And they say that in a world that's full of, those kind of generic spa resorts, the Lazy You Spa brings us back to what healing truly means. Simplicity, connection, and presence.
I love that. Because it's so true. We get so caught up in the busyness of life that we forget about those simple things that can bring us so much peace and joy.
Exactly. And the article even answers some frequently asked questions like, can you just visit the spa for the day? And the answer is no. You have to be an overnight guest.
And they say the cowboy soak is seasonal, which makes sense since it's outdoors.
Yeah, they also say they do offer couples massages in those side-by-side tents. And you can even share a cowboy soak, which sounds super romantic.
Very romantic. And for those who don't ride horses or maybe aren't that into the whole ranch thing, they say the spa itself, the scenery and the dining are enough to make it a worthwhile trip. So there's something for everyone.
There is. So as we wrap up this deep dive, it's clear that the Lazy You Spa isn't just a spa, it's an experience. It's about immersing yourself in the beauty and traditions of Colorado and rediscovering what it means to slow down, connect with nature, and just be present.
Absolutely. It's about that blend of luxury and rustic charm, those incredible treatments, and that unforgettable setting. It's about getting back to basics.
It is. And as you go about your day today, think about this. What does a wild wellness escape look like for you? It doesn't have to be a trip to Colorado. It can be anything that helps you reconnect with yourself, with nature, with those simple things that bring you joy.
Yeah, find your own version of that peace and simplicity even in the midst of your busy life.
Exactly. That's the real takeaway here.
It is. And who knows, maybe someday we'll all be soaking in those copper tubs under the stars.
I'm holding you to that.
Deal.
All right, that's it for our deep dive today. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.